When was the first time you considered your gender? Can you remember the day where you said to yourself, I am a man, or I am a woman? For most people, this is a question that's never truly explored. Typically, you find yourself floating inside of a human womb with either a penis or a vagina developing between your primitive legs. If you're lucky, you make it outside. You breathe for the first time. You feel the cold hospital air on your skin. Immediately, you are placed inside of a metaphorical box labeled male or female. A doctor looks at your genitals and determines whether you will be masculine or feminine. This is something that never sat well with me. Why does the body that I was born with determine my gender? And how come I never had a say in it? It didn't take me long to start exploring different types of gender expression and identity. This was me on a sunny afternoon in Carlsbad, California. I remember wearing those heels and thinking about how fun it was to be a little bit taller. They also made my little calves look amazing. The white leather material was so soft. I was Madonna. I was Cyndi Lauper. Femininity was too strong to keep inside, and I wanted to express it every day. I remember looking at myself in the mirror as I pressed my purple lips together. I remember thinking about how pretty the little girl was looking back at me. Gender is something that affects our lives every day. Stepping outside of the house involves choosing clothes and how you will express your gender. A performance begins as soon as you wake up. You go into your closet and you pull out clothes. You decide how you're going to present your gender. You go into the bathroom, you arrange the hair on your head, you arrange your face and your whole body. Think about what you're wearing right now. Think about how long it took you to find all the gendered clothing that you're wearing, and all the hair products, and the smells, the way you walk, and the way you talk, and the way you think. Gender affects our lives more than we even realize it. I remember watching my mother through a cracked door as she curled her eyelashes. She must have saw my reflection in the mirror because she playfully chased me with the curlers pretending they had teeth. She was a fan of Prince and was intrigued by the idea of a man being feminine. She was open to the idea of me expressing my femininity and my gender identity. My father was not. Being an active duty in the Marines left little room for femininity and gender expression. I remember him coming home angry after learning that I had been wearing makeup with my mother or running around in high-heel shoes. He would pull me aside after noticing that I was watching Punky Brewster and ask, "Why are you watching a show that's for girls?" This led to a push for masculine behavior and masculine toys and games. My makeup was replaced with a little toy gun, and my high heels were replaced with combat boots. Punky Brewster was replaced with He-Man and the A-Team and the Thundercats. But I didn't mind being like Dad. He was a badass with a cool haircut. And a little masculinity never hurt anyone. Still, I found myself wanting to be more feminine. I remember being in the bathroom with the door locked. skipping showers. This was the only privacy I had to try on eyeshadow or the new dress that my cousin had bought. I was 12 years old when I first shaved my legs. I was hiding under my bed, under my sheets on my bed, and I had the head of an old disposable razor. My legs itched for a week, but I cherished the tiny sliver of femininity. Under my bed was a yellow summer dress that belonged to my sister. I had developed a sleep pattern that allowed me to wake up before everyone else so I can take the dress off and have breakfast. My femininity was a secret that I could never share. The secret exploration continued into my adult life in the form of dressing up when no one was home or wearing makeup when everyone was asleep. Being romantically involved with someone meant they had clothes that I wanted to borrow. The rules that most people follow concerning gender were nearly impossible for me to obey. In my mind, breaking these rules meant being hurt physically or emotionally, or even worse, being unlovable. If living a life where being myself was wrong, then I was wrong. And if I was wrong, I didn't want to be around anymore. It became clear to me that my survival depended on me expressing myself fully, not just the parts that society thought were okay. But what does it mean to be masculine or feminine? In the 1800s, men wore things that today would be considered cross-dressing. The first high-heel shoes were worn by Persian male horseback riders. In Afghanistan, young girls are forced to wear masculine clothes when there aren't enough girls in the family or enough boys in the family so they can accompany their sisters down the street. Someone who was born with a penis and wears red lipstick shouldn't be afraid to ride the bus. Expressing your gender shouldn't come at the price of physical or emotional abuse. What if women could go into work and wouldn't have to worry about their makeup? What if men could express their emotions and not constantly be told to man up? The world would be a much more inviting place to live, especially for people like me who live so contrary to what society demands. Someone born with a vagina doesn't have to shave their legs. And someone born with a penis should feel free to shave their legs. The only person that gets to decide your gender expression is you. When I was wearing those high-heel shoes, all I wanted was to feel loved and to feel safe. I needed a world where being born with a penis and being feminine wasn't so dangerous. All I needed when I was hiding under those sheets was to leave those sheets and to tell my father, I'm a girl. For one moment, consider who you would be without your gender. Think about the oppressive nature of the gender binary and how you walk and talk and speak and how you communicate with each other. If it wasn't for everything you were taught about gender, who would you be right now? Maybe that person has been inside of you all this time. Thank you.